Breaking news update comes at a very interesting time wherein Donald Trump, the presidential nominee who's won the US elections, has spoken of how the war in Ukraine will come to an end very, very soon. That said, this is another key detail coming to light from the Russian capital of Moscow, with Ukraine attacking Moscow with at least 34 drones, the biggest drone strike, like I said, on the Russian capital since the start of this war in 2022. It's been 2.5 years since the war first began. This has also interestingly forced flights to be diverted from 3 of the city's major airports and has injured at least 1 person. So these are initial details that have come in so far. Siddhant Mishra joins us with more details. Siddhant, what more do we know about this latest attack that Moscow has had to face?
Well, that's right. In fact, we are also getting this piece of input as international media outlets have started reporting that Ukraine has attacked Russia. In fact, the capital of Russia, Moscow, has been targeted by Ukraine with at least 34 drones, the biggest drone strike on Russia ever since this war broke out. And perhaps this is also happening at a time when Donald Trump has been elected as the president of the United States. This could be seen as a window which Ukrainian President Zelenskyy wants to utilize to the best in his country. Perhaps because he knows that right now President Biden is the president and the policy is the same which was going on. So until President Trump takes over the presidency from President Biden, it looks like that Zelenskyy has a window to perhaps attack Moscow. And the reason that utilizing that one window, there has been a 34 drone strike on Moscow by Ukraine. And in fact, reports are also telling us that flights have also been diverted from 3 of the city's major airports. And in fact, 1 person has been reportedly injured.
This comes after Russia launched a record 145 drones overnight. And, Ukraine's confirmed the same. In fact, Kyiv says that its air defenses downed 62 of those. So after that update, we're picking up the latest, offensive on part of Ukraine while it attacks Moscow, the Russian capital. Tell us a little bit about the larger story here, the larger picture that we should keep in mind, Siddhant, while looking at these fast-paced developments, because the war has been ongoing the last 2.5 years. It's seen its ups and downs, but ever since Donald Trump won the US presidential elections, he's made some very firm statements with regards to the war in Ukraine, and we perhaps need to put that in perspective as well.
Well, look, now, as far as Russia and Ukraine these 2 countries are concerned, then Ukraine also understands it very well that there is going to be the 360-degree change in the U.S. policies after Donald Trump will take over as the president, because that's his commitment to the American people that he's going to end the war going on. So he's going to move in that direction. And in which ways, we have heard praises for Donald Trump from Russian President Putin the other day, called him a brave and a courageous man. Donald Trump, in fact, made his position very, very clear when it comes to Ukraine war, and his position is that the U.S. should stop giving aid to Ukraine to fight with Russia. Perhaps that's his principal position. So even if the Trump administration starts working on this position, perhaps there is a window which is available with Ukraine to utilize that in the best possible manner. Because whenever there is going to be the truce between the 2 sides, maybe next year or maybe after that, then the country which will hold on to the territory will remain with that particular country. And perhaps it looks like that's going to be the fight between Russia and Ukraine. Because in this battle, Ukraine has already lost a large chunk of its territory. So, Ukraine would perhaps use it in the best possible interest of Ukraine to at least regain or to be deployed on those areas which are in Ukrainian control. So that if Trump administration takes initiative, perhaps for the peace, for the truce between the 2 sides, so Ukraine should not be losing on the more territory to Russia.
Oh yes, as Kiev's top commanders have been warning that Russia's offensive has only shown signs of escalation. This perhaps is a response to to the same. The 34 drone strike in Moscow is a response, is a retaliation to the attack that was launched by Moscow overnight. Many thanks, Siddhant, for putting that in perspective. With that, we head into a very short break. We'll be right back.
For more news and updates, all you need to do is follow CNBC TV 18 on all of our digital platforms.